Hey guys, Philosopher here, and today I'm showing Shang-Chi in DD4. I've been getting a lot of requests for this video. I have to say, I was a little surprised. I was going to wait till Cloak and Dagger were both released and do them together with Shang-Chi. I will do Cloak and Dagger separately, but I'm going to do Shang-Chi today. And I will just tell you, the reason I was surprised is the first 4 members of Heroes for Hire are just trash in DD4. Colleen is good-ish for a non-symbiote, but you put her next to the symbiotes and you'll see, and we can try that out in a little bit, how she does compared to the symbiotes. Let's see, though, if Shang-Chi elevates the entire team. Now, I'm on the second node of City DD4 here. Obviously, I have a huge team. And so 767K. It shouldn't make a difference here, though. Even though it's the second node, the last node's the hard one, node 12. This is node 11. It'll be a lot easier, but I would be surprised if this team does very well. All right. This is an easier node, so we might do okay. Let's see. All right, this is his kick that, all right, speeds up everybody. Yeah, let's do that. All right. We got speed up on the team now. We do our ultimate. Yeah, we're already going to need to heal. All right, let's try to go after Yo-Yo. All right, let's put deflect and death proof up. He definitely helps the team quite a bit. You can tell that. They are doing a lot better than usual. All right, let's try to do that. We stun Yo-Yo. That's good. All right, now let's try to kill Yo-Yo. Now, this is just node 11. It is interesting to me. The team is way better with Shang-Chi. Way, way, way better. Now, is this a team that I would bring in instead of the symbiotes? They're not going to perform as well. But it's interesting because they are making it through at least this node. Whether they make it through the last node is an open question. The other issue is, of course, you're probably not going to have the full team of G15. I don't think that that's a wise investment because other than gamma raids, this is a team that is basically just a war defense team. Hard for me to see, you know, somebody saying, okay, I want a G15 this team unless you're really into war. Now, I understand people right now are like not excited about gearing the symbiotes because let's face it, symbiotes are definitely power crept. That said, you know, I don't know. I don't know how this team's going to do on that last node. They are doing pretty well here. Just getting the cooldowns ready. Very interesting. Very interesting. I've done DD4 enough times with enough characters, all about the same level, that I have a pretty good idea of how good the characters are. And I have to say I'm very surprised by this because I have really had bad experiences with Heroes for Hire Now, I do have blue ISO in Shang-Chi, Misty, and Colleen, so that could be part of the reason they're performing well. I do also have, 7 yellows on everything now. I have 6 reds on Luke Cage and that was a mistake. Should have attacked Cable instead. But I do have 6. So I have 6 reds on Iron Fist and Luke Cage, and then I have 5 in the rest. I mean, that's around what I do with other characters, although the 6 red's a little bit higher. Usually it's 7.5 when I compare to the other characters that I use in DD4, but still it's this really good performance. I do plan, though, to keep recording this until we get to the next node, so that this way you can see how they perform in the last node. Because I think that will make a difference. I really am interested in how they perform in the last node. Okay. Right now, I mean, this is about as good as it gets. It's just hard for me to believe that Shang-Chi is that good in terms of how much he transforms a team that was like not that good otherwise. Wow. Okay. Interesting. This is really interesting. I'm very surprised. I'm rarely surprised by a performance of a character in DD4. I usually have a pretty good sense of how they're going to do. But this is why I don't do the recommendations until I've actually had a chance to try the characters out myself. Because they can surprise you. And I think, so I'm not going to go for Ebony Maw because the bleeds wouldn't stick to Ebony Maw since there we go. Ebony Maw had immunity. Very interesting. Man, I will tell you, this is so much easier than it was when I first ran through DD4 back in December. Holy cow. Wow. It's pretty crazy. Shang-Chi is just so powerful. Really good character. I'm going after Rescue first because she can cleanse debuffs. In case that's not entirely clear already. I do think that having the blue ISO on Misty, Colleen, and Shang-Chi is making a difference here. No question. I also already have the team at level 83. That's another thing. I'm comparing now that I think about it, I'm comparing, level 83 characters to level 80 characters. All right, I think I should just be able to use basics now. So I do think that the blue ISO in the level 83 helps. But that said, these characters are doing awfully well right now. All right. We're almost done with this. We're going to do so I want the stun there so his passive isn't active. You don't want anything that extends debuffs. Then we'll go after vision. This should clear the positive effect. Wow. I made such quick work of this node. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's just crazy to me because when I first went through these nodes, it was so painful. So just seeing the difference in the power creep is pretty insane. Obviously, the blue ISO and the levels are part of it, but man, the stats it gets on new characters are really something. Certainly, I think if you are a player who loves war defense and was thinking about bringing this team in instead of Symbiotes, this has to be a very encouraging video for you. I know it would encourage me in your shoes. We'll see how they do in node 12. But man, on its at a first glance, this looks awfully good to me. That's my initial reaction is wow. Just really wow, wow, wow. I understand that I'm trying to keep in my mind reminding myself these are level 83. Blue ISO, but wow. All right, let's get right to node 12. Wow. That was easy. That was Now, Symbiotes can also one-shot that node. Okay, just to be clear here, Symbiotes can also one-shot that node, but still. And you can see, teams that have one-shotted in the past, okay? 3 Symbiotes plus Punisher can get it done. But let's try node 12. This is a much harder node. So let's see how they do in node 12. Here you go. Obviously, if you can have a similar result as Symbiotes without bringing up Symbiotes, I think this can be attractive to people, particularly Shang-Chi. They're not all bio, like the Symbiotes. They're not all alien spores. I mean, there are attractive reasons to consider this team, right? You have a tech character, you have skill characters, and so forth. Okay, there you go. This is this is kind of what I remember. Okay, this is what I remember. Node 12 being like this is kind of how I remember Heroes for Hire doing. They basically come in and get rolled. Okay. Colleen, by the way, was in my mind one of the best. I did that for the heal just to make sure Shang-Chi doesn't die. I wanted, Colleen was one of the best non-symbiote characters even before this, but okay. Let's do the Death Proof and Deflect. It's tough to know whether you should do that, but I think that's, or the Taunt, but let's try that. And what I will do is after this attempt, what I'm going to do is show, like, okay, how would this team do if it was like Symbiote, Spider-Man, Anti-Venom, Shang-Chi, and Colleen? So you could see how the team would look. All right, let's do this. And let's aim for... I can't aim for Jessica Jones because of Cap. You know, it's interesting. Misty Knight died quickly. The rest of the team's doing pretty well. Now, obviously, like I said, level 83, blue ISO, but still, those buffs really helped the team because Iron Fist got a buff, Luke Cage got a buff. They now have, they're going after Luke Cage. Yeah, this is very good. I mean, very interesting. A lot of sustain here from Shang-Chi. Yeah, I think this team may be doing better than the Symbiotes. We'll be able to tell, and we'll do a one-for-one comparison right after this. Wow. Wow, yeah. I think they are. Because this is just my first attempt. It's not like I am trying to quit out for the best attempt or anything like that. This is just purely... Yeah. All right, this is how I did in the first wave. It's pretty clear I have no problems clearing the first wave. Okay, and what we're going to do is I'm going to just quit out here, and let's see how the Symbiotes do, and then we're going to do a mixed team. Because I think this is very interesting. So basically with one, Misty died quickly, but generally speaking, the team had no problem clearing wave 1. Now, with the cooldowns, prepped, but still. All right, let's just quit out of this and see a one-for-one comparison. Okay. So now, and I didn't realize when I brought it in. Oh, no, I think that's fine. Okay, so now let's do Symbiotes. Let's do... hold on. So usually what I would do is something, this is, let's say, a more typical team that people might bring in. Here, we could even do, let's do that so it's 5 characters. Let's just see how they do. And we're going to compare it. I have not brought Carnage and Venom to Gear Tier 15. So it's not an apples for apples comparison. I do have my Symbiotes with Blue ISO on them. I have them at level, I think, 81, though. Okay, so Scream gets erased the same way Misty did. Now Punisher's erased. Okay. See how far they get. Wow. Okay, there's no comparison. Wow. They didn't get anywhere. All right, let's see how the mixed team does with Shang-Chi. I'm not going to do Cloak yet. I'm going to do Cloak and Dagger when they're together. So now what we're going to do is do something like this. Because this is a sort of team I could see people running. I often just do 4 characters because I think a lot of players just going in here will do 4 characters, but I want to compare apples to apples here. We started with 5 because the full Heroes for Hire team is 5. So let's do that. These are probably the 2, maybe the 2, I would say the 2 best Heroes for Hire characters. Okay, they're going after Shang-Chi. He's still alive. Ooh, and so is Colleen. Just barely. The Blue ISO is saving both. Yeah, if they didn't have Blue ISO, they would be dead. I'm doing sort of what I would have done before, although I maybe should have done more for survivability there. All right, let's try this again. Okay, not having the full team's really hurting them, but we're gonna try one more time. Because this, I think, gives you a sense. Like, if you're just gonna bring in Shang-Chi on his own, because some people have been asking me, that may not perform nearly as well. You know, having Shang-Chi on his own may not perform as well. Okay. So this time what I'm going to do is... All right, Scream's deleted. I'm going to do the heal this time. There we go. That was a smart move. Yeah, I just didn't play it smart last time. Okay. Now I can do the speed up. Wow. It seems to me that... Now, obviously, you see the resistance on Jessica Jones is an issue there. Can't land the debuff on her. Okay, now we can see one difference. We can res Scream. We couldn't res Misty. There's that advantage. Okay, so now we've lost Colleen. All right. It seems to me that having Shang-Chi and Colleen is probably the best 4th and 5th if you are going to bring in the symbiotes. And I don't think I do think Heroes for Hire are going to perform better than the symbiotes now. It's that simple. This is really something. I mean, I think it's pretty clear now we have this under control. But having Colleen and Shang-Chi made the symbiotes better. Symbiotes have more sustain, but they have trouble getting going. They can get deleted easily. And having those two characters here helped make sure that they were able to get rolling. Very, very interesting result here in my mind. Very interesting. You can delete it again. But I think the point has already been made. Bottom line is this. Heroes for Hire are now high performers in DD4. The symbiotes are not the best performing team in city nodes. And the question is just going to be, is this short-lived? Because Cloak and Dagger are going to come right up and supplant Heroes for Hire. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff for anybody who's interested in, taking a different city team into DD4. If you like this video, post comments below, or like the video, subscribe, but hey, put your comments. Tell me what you think. Let me know. I'm going to be doing Cloak and Dagger. As soon as Dagger comes out, I will do Cloak and Dagger in here. We'll test them. But give me your thoughts below. Give me your thoughts also on my Discord. That's linked below as well. And check out my Twitch stream. That is linked below too.